Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is almost the end of the year, and of course, what that means, Barracks Tour. I try and do one every November, December, and I try to just kind of give some thoughts on how far I've come this year in Fire Emblem Heroes. It was it was an unpleasant year. I thought 2020 was going to be very hard on my orbs. 2021, man, IS had my number. I don't know what it was, but bro, they upped their game. They took it to like a completely different level. So I think what I kind of want to do, I haven't done them very structured in the past, but I think I wanted to hit a couple key points this time around for the sake of the video being like crazy long. So if you're hyped for a Barracks Tour to relive some of the better moments of the year, or just see some of the stuff I've plus 10'd or some of the stuff I've been working on, hit the like, subscribe, all that stuff to help show some support, because we are actually we're closing in on 10k. I don't think we'll hit it by the end of the year, but you could help me try to hit it by the end of the year. We'll see. There's also some cool stuff coming up too. I don't know when this video is going live, but there are some collabs, for example, that will be happening, and just some good stuffs towards the end of the year. So anyway, that's my spiel. I think the key things I did kind of want to hit on are some of the plus 10s that I did this year, whether it's intentionally or accidentally, and maybe some of the stuff I'm still working on finishing or trying to have completed, things like that. And then I've also been working on some other stuff that's not summon related, rather completionist related within the game itself. So let's go ahead and start. I know what you guys are here for, okay? You want to see whaley things. I understand, all right? I am nothing but a wallet to you. I get it, okay? I understand. This is actually a bit of a first. Some of these are going to be big reveals that a lot of you guys are unaware of, because I either haven't talked about it, or I haven't shown you, or I've just conveniently sidestepped some stuff. The first and foremost unit that I think was my pinnacle, the unit that I have been waiting such a long time for, 3 years in the making. It was unfortunately spoiled for me by people just typing in comments and messaging me on Twitter and telling me about data mines and stuff, which honestly kind of killed it a little for me, but it was still hype as hell. So this is legendary Mikaya, and she is to date the only unit that I have put a floret on, and I have boosted her defense, because when I go full Thicky Mickey meme, I go full Thicky Mickey meme. All right, I don't play around with this nonsense. I love legendary Mikaya. Is she that much better than base Mikaya, given her refine? Probably not, but I love the fact that she's a colorless tome. I love the art, I love the web, I love everything, and so I pulled out stops for her. And you'll note there's a fair amount of options that we have here. I don't know how or why she got Harsh Command Plus, but there you go. Ether, Ruptured Sky, Chilling Wind, you know, the basics. Sturdy Impact, Fury 4, Close Reversal, Close Foil, Takara Solo 4, Lull Attack Speed. I'm sure that came from something. Joint Drive Defense. We got Joint Distant Guard. We got Attack Res Menace. We got Panic Smoke. Even Attack Wave is here for some reason. I have given her a plethora of options here. And she's really solid. Like, she is, she's who I basically ran Summoners duels with. Just because, like, I'm never not gonna use Legendary Mikaya. Like, she is my staple namesake. And she has a couple different sets that she can run, but I like this one the best, which the Mystic Boost was actually viewer suggested. Someone in stream sent that to me. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I love this build. I love Mikaya. I love everything. 70 attack, bro. I mean, insane. And she's pretty fast too. So I mean, there's that too. Saros. We started off the year 70 attack. How about that? We started off the year with Saros. I got hit hard, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Saros is just such a cool character. I love that Jeremy Lee voices her. I love like deep voice Jeremy Lee too. Like that is some hype range that I can get behind. All right. So Saros was like the first +10 I think I started with at the beginning of the year, maybe. I think we +10'd her in January. But you can see I'm waiting for a Fae. Legendary Fae, please come home. Promise nothing bad's gonna happen to you. We're probably gonna upgrade the distant counter. We got the classic Dragon Wall option here. We gave her attack res menace. You know, nothing too out the ordinary there. Just a dual rally, some ether options. Fortress Defense res 3, sturdy impact, mirror impact. Wings of Mercy, quick repose, you know, the basics. Before menace was a thing, we actually gave her attack, threatened attack res. And then Odd Tempest, Wings of Light, you know, the basic stuff, really. It's not really anything too crazy, but she's probably going to be the next one that I floret, to be honest. I just haven't decided which one I want to boost, because there's not really that many. Like Mikaya, there's an obvious weakness that you can fill, right? Or you can give an extra bonus to that, not that you really need it because she gets a guaranteed follow-up. But with Saros, it's like, well, do you just want like more defense, I guess? You know, there's nothing really to cover. But Saros, love Saros. This isn't any one particular build. I think that got put on her because of some switching of seals that happened at some point. So that is maybe what happened here. Altina. Now this, I'm gonna cheat a little bit because Altina was technically completed in 2019 when she came out, right? 2020. She technically came out in 2020, not 2019. 2020 she technically came out, not 2021. But I did my Barracks Tour before that, so I'm gonna count it as a full year. Winter Altina is so cool. I love the fact that you can take Altina and make her a reindeer. Evidently, that's a thing that you can do. She's a mythic. Nah, she's a reindeer. But you know, I upgraded. We got attack res ideal. The set that I was running on her for like the longest time was like Fortress Defense res 3. That was like the common thing I ran on her. We have other options, obviously. The Heavy Blade 4 is pretty cool with Gale Force. I like doing that. Attack res Unity, attack defense solo. Attack res ideal though. Big brain right there. Null Seed Disrupt, classic, can't get rid of that. Again, we had Threat and Attack Defense 3, but we swapped to Menace. We got Times Pulse, Odd Tempest, Oath, Rouse, you know, stuff. But I like this set the most, I think, primarily. So I've been running that for the better part of most things. Patrine. I'm pretty sure we +10 Patrine this year, like shortly before Fallen Edelgard got announced. And she has undergone some changes. So, you know, we started with stuff like Lofty Blossoms, Harsh Command, Ruptured Sky. Ruptured Sky has always been the staple. Death Blow, Surge Sparrow, Distant Counter, Attack Speed Solo was the thing I ran on her for the longest time. But then Erika came along and I was like, all right, yeah, we're going to use that instead. And there's just some mishmash that's been in here. Lull Speed Res was the thing I had been putting on her, but then Flow Refresh option came around semi-recently. And I said, hey, I like that. We're going to go with that. And then we have Attack Speed Menace again from the Brave Erika inheritance. So this is currently what we're running on her. it's just good. It's just good stuff put on a Lance Cav, who is also free to play, which is kind of neat. I tried investing more in a couple Grail units this year because I typically hoard my Grails and I never do anything with them. So I made it a point to build at least 2, and 2 were the ones that I really wanted to build. This was a bit of an accidental, and we'll get there in a moment. But I somehow found myself in the possession of a +10 dagger, and then some. Talk about that. Don't pay attention to the seal. Again, we just had some stuff flopping around. I did give her attack speed unity, and of course she has times pulse because, unfortunately, Brave Marianne went to her. And this was recent, by the way. This was like literally a day or 2 ago since I recorded. So, but attack speed unity is on her because she basically has a similar kit to Legendary Marth now with his refine, or his remix rather. So I said, why not do it? Why not do it for Dagger as well? That seems like a great idea. Oh God, where do I even start, dude? Again, don't pay attention to seal. That's not important. We did give her Dragon Wall. It wasn't most spell, in case you were wondering. Or no, she comes with Dragon Wall. Yeah, she comes with Dragon Wall. Distant counter, I'll be honest, I don't know who fed her that. Probably Corrin, if I had to take a guess. No. Okay, so I just don't know. Did I just not learn it? No. Alright, I literally don't know where Distant Counter came from, but she has it. And she's another one, if I ever got multiple legendary phase, I'd probably give Ray here one this too. This one was worse than Legendary Mikaya. Orb-wise. I'm taking the total number to my grave, so you'll probably never hear what that number was. But yeah, I'm looking forward to 3 years from now when she gets a refine on Witch Breath. That'll be dope. I'm looking forward to that. But dude, I mean, how do you? Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I didn't really do much of this. I'm waiting for another attack res menace to come around, which I think the Fallen Banner is soon. The revival is soon, so we're gunning for that. That'll be exciting. I love Rhea. I love Saros. I love Mikaya. I will put just all the stuff on them. All right, so about that dagger. After the new Heroes Banner came out, and I got basically everybody within like 20 pulls, I said, we're gunning for Thor. Because Thor was not coming back until like 5 or 6 months later, which is just absurd. I did like so many units have come back much sooner, and half the time, in fact. But Thor is different, evidently, and I really like Thor. I think her presence kind of opens a lot of potential in Heroes, plot-wise, lore-wise, we'll say. So I went for it, dude. And we have some stuff on Thor, bro. Okay. We got the Ruptured Sky, classic. We got Distant Counter, Attack Defense Unity, Attack Defense Push, Guard Bearing, Dive Bomb, Flow Guard, which she comes with, Attack Defense Menace, which is a great option, and then also World Breaker, Ground Orders, things like that. So good. So good. I wish there weren't so many legendaries and mythics that I just genuinely really liked. All of my other favorite just normie heroes have kind of been outplayed now outside of Stefan. He's like the last holdout that we haven't quite gotten yet, that I could be hyped about. And so, yeah, speaking of, we built a Har, I think, this year? I'm pretty sure I did that this year. If not, it doesn't matter, because I gave him a little upgrade. We have Attack Defense Menace now, I think, unless I gave that to him originally. I don't remember. What is this? Blade Session. That doesn't help you. That must have been a swap. Yeah, maybe I gave that to him initially. I'm not sure. But he has Dive Bomb too, which is pretty dope. You know, we love that. Okay. I'll give him Dive Bomb, sure, why not? But Har is just super cool. I've been wanting to build Har for like a really long time. And I finally did it because I was like, you know what? Someday he'll get a preferred. Someday it'll happen. So let's just give him good flyer stuff that never goes out of taste. And this is it. Har is like one of my boys, you know. So I had to do a little some. I wish I could talk more about a lot of these, but I know that this video is already like crazy long. Summer Gunthra, we streamed it. We plus 10. We gave her a classic wind sweep courtly fan. Thanks to ephemeras. Thanks to ephemeras that we got. Just good stuff. Again, the seals are all messed up. I should have looked at that beforehand. Gunthra. We finally did it. And this was like super crazy lucky. And I went full meme with this too. I went full on speed Gunthra. Because this is actually the original Gunthra that I pulled back when she first came out. And so I've just been invested in the speed. Like, this is before an IV thing was here. Like, you had to use some third-party thing on the Google store that like or like some calculator online where you like plugged in your stats and you're like, well, it probably has a boon in this and a bane in that. And you had to check it manually. And I was just like, speed's probably fine. This is back when like 32 speed was decent in Heroes, okay? In my defense, I didn't know what I was getting into at the time. But now I'm pleasantly surprised because we're hitting 43, which is fair. You know, it's reasonable. But when her Refine and Remix came out, like, bro, she was just bonkers. Ashara. Ashara is another one that we kind of went hard for. Had I known she was going to share a spot with Legendary Mikaya, I wouldn't have plus 10 her immediately. And it's that experience, it's that life experience that has pretty much told me I don't want the plus 10 stuff on debut anymore, really. Like, if it's a character I really, really like and they're not coming back for like a really long time or something along those lines, like think a little bit more about it. You know, I'm more open to the idea. But just blindly going at stuff, I think I was just trying to fill a void in my life at the time. That void being the endless global pandemic that we are stuck in. But I think that's maybe not such a good thing to be in. So I'm gonna take 2022 and think more methodically about my choices. Ashara is proof of that, but she's so cool, dude. If you haven't played the Talia series, you don't know who the flip this is. Ugh, so good. I love her boss character theme. I love everything about the final fight with Ashara. It's so, God, it's so cool. And they kept her kind of true to form, I think, sort of. And I think she's even Astra in Radiant Dawn, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, though, because I don't really remember. What's up? Another one. Every once in a while, I get thrown a little crumb, okay? Whether it's Ilyana or Wrath or Vika, and they come in at a 4-star rate, and I'm like, yes, thank you, IS. Freaking finally. Vika was one of those for me, and I'm not really like huge on the pirate banner. Like, I don't really care about the pirate banner that much. Tibarn's dope. Vika's dope. We plus 10 Vika. And that's mainly because we got super, super lucky. Like, I think total investment was under 400 orbs. And she's a really good user of Distant Ward, which is hard to find. Honestly, if your name isn't Selkie, you probably don't want Distant Ward most of the time. But that is not the case here, and she is, and so that was just really, really cool overall. So I was psyched to get another bird tribe person. whether we're crow, whether we're hawk, let's just all get along. You know what I mean? So yeah, Vika was really cool. I'm hoping that Maureen comes in next year. He's like, if they're gonna redo the Pirate Ninja thing again for a third year, Maureen is one of those that I'm like, he has that pirate aesthetic already. He's got like the bandana and stuff, and then Tormod can just come blow up some cannons or something. I don't know, he's gonna do something stupid. But Maureen, however, that would be dope. So that's kind of what I'm holding out for. It's giving me hope. It's giving me life. Celica. we're getting into the accidentals now. Some of these I never intentionally pulled for. This is one of them. Celica, we accidentally kind of finished her off this year. She is one of the few units who genuinely likes Brazen Attack Speed 4, which is hype. So she got it. I literally had one manual copy of it, and I was waiting because I was like, Ragnarok, perfect. Just a nice little desperation build with Brazen Attack Speed 4. Yeah, let's do that. Go off, queen. And that's what we have now. She's got Joint Drive Speed, which is great. Overall, just, you know, kind of good. Like, this is bringing back good stuff. Because Celica is one of the fewer old units that still aged and plays really well, along the likes of, you know, units like Ira, or that's it. I'm just kidding. There's more. Obviously there's more, but I can't talk about them because I have to move on. At one point, I had enough to almost plus 10-3 legendary Dimitris. I know, I hate myself too. But I didn't do that. Instead, I succumbed to peer pressure and I plus 10'd him, and chat basically made me do it. But it's fine because, you know, that helped me in reward seasons for water stuff in Arena. I didn't really do it. I gave him Gale Force. That's pretty much it. I didn't really think too much about this, I'll be honest with you guys. This is actually the seal. This is one of those few occurrences that's happening where the seal actually matches the unit that it's on for once. But yes, chat did peer pressure me into doing it. I did it. Everybody's happy now. I built many daggers this year. Kagero was one of them. I was pretty much just kind of waiting for her to have something happen. I already had her refined, so I already spent the due. So I was like, well, why don't we do something? I'm still not entirely happy with her C skill, but we might change that at some point. I think attack speed lull is also maybe something that I want to change at some point. Basically because for Kagero, for speedy Kagero to be good and functional, you really gotta pump, you know, Dragon Flowers and go speed boost, you know, have the asset. That's the word I'm thinking of. Have a speed asset and just, you know, go full out. But happy with Kagero. Looking forward to using her at some point. Redemption. And it's funny because he's an accidental. I tried getting extra copies of him earlier in the year, and it just wasn't happening. I lost something like almost 8 out of 11 50/50s, I think, because I just stopped at some point. I was like, you know what? He'll be back at some point. He's in the normal pool. He'll show up eventually. And he did. That he was actually on a free poll for a revival banner just a few weeks ago. Like, it wasn't even that long ago. I want to give him something different in C, and I think it's Attack Speed Menace. I just haven't made my peace with foddering off another Brave Erika yet. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that. But yeah, this one was a long time in the making too. So I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy to polish off Brave Elwood. I'm looking forward to using him in Summoner duels. That'll be a good time for him. I'm not going to use meta units in that. I don't know if Elwood is, but I think Brave Erika is probably the Lance Cab of choice for obvious reasons. But we'll run Brave Elwood. He'll be cool. He'll be exciting to use. This one was just completed very, very recently, and by completed I mean we need to change that at some point. Just not right now because I don't have the fire for it. But I had purchased, or no, yeah, we got a bunch of rewards from Summoner Duels, and so I spent the due. We got Hoarfrost Knife refined and upgraded, and then, you know, Sturdy Impact, Special Spiral, done. I think Times Pulse is like her #1 slot option, but I know. We'll get there, Flora. We'll get there. I've never tried to pull a Flora, by the way. Like, never. This was completely accidental. Never tried to pull a single Flora copy. She shows up as 4-star special or just pity break over the course of however many years now. And then finally, in my quest to get a Thor, this happened, and chat actually bullied me into plus 10ing her. I didn't really want to, but chat voted, and chat said that I should plus 10. So I guess I'm that guy now, and I hate myself for it. But I'll use her in fire season. I guess I really don't like Eitri. If Thor was coming back sooner, I probably would have waited, to be honest with you. Because I hit the point where I was like, I don't need any more. I don't need any more Eitris. I don't want any more Eitris. I don't need any more Daggers. We've already plus 10'd her. I am still several Thor away from a plus 10. What do I do? But I went for it because Thor was not coming back for a long time. And luckily I didn't get too many extras, but like they don't have a lot of fodder option outside of like attack res rain for Eitri, but then again, Menace is better anyway. So, what are you gonna do? I hate it. It's gonna make some of you very mad. I fully understand and accept that, but I hate it. So just take that for what it's worth. Yeah, those are some of the plus 10 projects that I had since my last Barracks update, which primarily, outside of Altina, took place during the course of 2021. And we completed them in that year, which is pretty cool. The other thing that I wanted to highlight just real quick, it's a new project that I haven't really talked a lot about, but if you go to catalog, you'll see S's, or maybe just nothing, right? Well, these are all summoner support. My goal is to S support every unit in my barracks, and you can see I kind of started at a top and bottom approach to make it easier, but I don't really, it's just utter chaos, man. It's utter chaos. We've completed the OCs, like the heroes cast is done. We have all the Marths, we have all the Chris's. I think I'm just kind of starting to go downward again. But I'm working these on to like Tempest Trials and Forging Bonds teams and Summoner supporting them since I have extra slots due to Fey Pass. And that's just something that I can do. The other thing was the catalog. You guys wanted to see the heroes I was missing. Wolf definitely hurts the most. Of everyone I'm missing, you can see I'm 729 out of 743. Wolf hurts the most. Pledging Katarina, maybe we'll try and pick her up when she comes back soon. Quan, I still don't have Quan. I have him on the free-to-play account. Scion Larce, Scion Julia. There's just most of the Yggdrals that I don't have. Still don't have Melody. Saul, I think he's coming back soon. Or no, he was. He was on this banner, but I didn't get him, which feels kind of bad. But Shauna, I need Shauna for reasons that I can't talk about, but I need a Shauna. Faye, I need a Faye for reasons that I've already told you about. Farina, she'll show up eventually, maybe. Still don't have base Selena. That one also kind of stings a little bit, man. But past that, there's not too many. I don't have either of the Halloween Robins. Like, they have continued to evade me over the years. And Faye, we got you. You're new. And I think there's only other one. Yeah, there's only one more. The meme. The legend. I still do not have a Summer Leo. I lost every 50-50 trying to get a Summer Leo. And it's just not happening, gamers. I don't know what to do. And maybe this year we'll do it. Maybe this year we'll try and go for him. For the meme. Just to complete year one. Like, I would have everybody from, like, year one and maybe year two now. Maybe year two. I'll have to go and look. But Leo's been the sole holdout, man. I can't pick him up. I can't pick up Tomato Tome to save my life. Oh, God. But those are the ones I'm missing. I know that you guys wanted to see that for sure. So there you go. There's my highlight for you. Overall, I think it's been a pretty good year. I know the year is not over yet. We still have winter. That hasn't been shown off yet. Per this recording, New Year's, of course, still has not happened. We still have another legendary we got to get through. But yeah, I think 2021 was pretty cool. I really enjoyed book 5. I liked all the merge projects and build projects that I had laid out in front of me. And it was kind of cool going back and completing some of those that I hadn't been able to quite finish yet. So yeah, all right. I have talked for like probably 30 minutes straight at this point, and I'm tired. So I am gonna go. I'm gonna go. Lots of first reveals in this video, so that's cool. I killed another video idea, but that's fine. If you like, leave a like. Let me know in the comments what project or what you summoned this year that you were most excited about to use, and that you did use and that you built up. It doesn't have to be plus 10, right? It can be humble. But yeah, let me know what that was for you. But that is it for me right now. Hey, thanks for watching. I know this was a chunky one, but I appreciate you just the same. All right. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, come back for more. If you'd like to help me out directly, you can become a member. There's a link in the description to check that out if you want to. Up to you. But that is it right now. Thanks again, and until then, I will catch you next time.